I think people want they want the image and they want the fantasy that goes with what they might think that, you know, being like self-employed might be, or having your business or creating that idea into a reality. Like all of that is really great, but behind all of that is hard work.
Hard work.
Completely, it's just sacrifices every day.
What is up, everybody? This is Yuri and welcome to my channel. I believe that we hustle every single day to execute our dreams, but sometimes we lack motivation and encouragement. To help you with that, my channel is focused on introducing different hustlers who will share their ideas, thoughts, and their journey to success. So let's find out, who do we have today? Okay, I am very happy to introduce today's guest. In fact, we have two guests today. They both are sisters and they are from Chico, California. After completing their high school, they moved to Kauai, a city in Hawaii, where they learned and developed their passion for health industry, healthy choices, healthy food, healthy juices. They did not stop there. They came back to Chico, and three sisters together followed their dream and passion and started their own company called Live Life Juice Company. It is one of the most popular places in Chico to get 100% organic vegan food and juices. So please help me in welcoming Angelina and Autumn.
All right.
Thank you so much for doing this, and I am super happy that you are here sharing your journey. A lot of my co-workers want to know your story. A lot of my friends and my fiance and everybody is like super thrilled that I am interviewing you guys. Within very short time, you gained so much popularity. But let's wait until that. I want to know, as a child, as a kid, and you know, when you were growing up, did you always thought that you want to own a business?
Well, as a young child, I wanted to be an actress, but
Or a singer.
oh yeah. I would say as young adults, we very much
20s.
Yeah, 20s is when we just knew that's what we wanted to do. Yeah.
Wow. So how did it all begin? Like when?
You know, we worked together in a fine dining vegan restaurant on Kauai, which was we were already very interested in healthy food and healthy living and fresh.
But I think is where we saw that it was absolutely possible.
Yes,
that people really wanted it. That actually it wasn't something that was that readily available, and that people were just really interested in it. Yeah. And but not only were they craving it and wanting it and willing to pay the money for it, but it's always, I feel like, healthy, vegetarian, vegan, whatever you put it, it's always sort of been judged and put into sort of a mold that's sort of old. And now people are bringing in this new way of presenting it to the public, like this new, very modern, very, I don't know if you want to say hip or current, whatever it is. It's fresh. It's fresh and it's new, and it's not old, it's not bland, it's not boring, it's not crunchy granola. Like, it's actually really vital, good food, tastes delicious, fresh. It's sort of light, and it makes you just feel so vibrant and good to consume it, that it's sort of, it explains itself really easy. Once people experience it, they feel it. They come back for more. They get it.
It feels good to feel good.
Yeah.
It always feels good to feel good.
Well,
But sorry, you know, I definitely think that on Kauai, the seed was planted on Kauai. I mean, we would get off of work and we would take walks along the beach and we would dream.
So how did it came back together? Because it you know, you had the seed, and then
it takes work. Yeah.
We just really, you know, all shook hands at a certain point and said, like, yeah, it's time. Yeah, I had been here in Chico. I worked at Sierra Nevada for 6 years, and at that point I just considered it school. Like, even though I wasn't pursuing the dream yet, I was working in the food industry and I was taking notes. I was paying attention. I was seeing the things I didn't want to do, and I was seeing the things that I did want to do. And you know, I had this one customer who I would talk to about these these ideas, and they'd be like, when are you going to start your place? I was like, when my sister gets back, when she moves here, we're all going to finally do it. And then when she moved here, we hadn't done it. And I did take a trip to Hawaii. I went back there for a friend's wedding, and something really happened there. I had talked a lot about what this idea was. And this woman that I had met, she just really sparked a fire in me, because she was just, I don't know, there was something about her that really got it going, like made it very real to me that this was something that was supposed to really happen. And so when I came back, I talked to Autumn, I talked to Abby, and we just decided then, like, yep, we're going to do it. And we had the funds at that point too. It was a small investment, but we had the funds. And it really started very small, but it was a personal, small investment into the company. And we just knew at that point it was time. And so.
And I will say that I think that the decisions that were made in those early stages were very smart. It was a very small initial loan that came from Angelina. And instead of going out and trying to get bigger loans and take on everything all at once, we started really small. We were all working our full-time jobs. We started at our local farmers market, the very small investment, just to see, does anybody want this?
Does anybody want it?
Is anybody going to buy it? Are they going to like it? Or what? If we like it, that's one thing, but do you like it? Will you buy it? Yeah. So, it was fantastic. It was a lot of work. I mean, that's the road. I think it's a lot of work either way, but, working our full-time jobs, doing everything for the business on the side, funneling all the money back into the business to help it grow.
Yeah, every profit
everything.
went back into the business. Yeah. We were not paying ourselves for the first full year. We just worked
a year and a half.
Yeah. We just worked our regular jobs, and then when we realized at a certain point, this can no longer be our side job. Yeah, it has to be our full job.
Yeah,
and we had to be paid very little.
Yeah,
that was when pay cuts. Yeah. We got paid very little, and we made it.
Yeah, we figured out exactly how much we needed just to get by that in the beginning, and that's and we did.
Yeah,
we did, and it was a pay cut meant nothing to finally be in that place of we're doing it.
Oh yeah,
we work for ourselves.
I don't think we had any doubts at that point either.
Never had any doubts. No.
Yeah.
So you just believed in the idea and vision and just went for it. Because it's interesting, because a lot of time people have great ideas and they want to start something, they want to do something. Like, for this example, I wanted to do this channel and this video, and when I started contacting people, a lot of them just said no, and I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. There were like a lot of what if in my head. What's that happened to you guys? Like, what if this is not gonna work at all? Your first day, and what if this thing doesn't work at all? Did you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Honestly, no, I didn't. Well, and Angelina said before, I am a believer, and I always have. I honestly, I mean, there's always days where you're like, oh, it's slow today. I mean,
that's what I mean. It's little things
just
here and
little
there.
Things, but the big picture is always. I mean, and I get asked that question a lot. Like, did you always think it was going to be a success? Absolutely, I wouldn't have gone into it if I didn't think that, and I have always wholeheartedly believed that it. Was going to be successful, is going to be successful, and I truly believe it's going to go a lot further from here.
So let me just say, though, that when I say it wasn't that I ever doubted, because I never ever doubted, but there were times where we worked so hard and we were so drained, because we would leave our job, go buy all the ingredients, load them into our car, go to this kitchen that we had rented. We'd have to unload everything out of the car and then back into it at the end of the night after doing this whole juicing shift. And that was when we really didn't know really what we were doing. We made it all up.
Yeah.
I mean, we made it all up. I mean, we're hard workers, and that's what we have going for us. We're smart, we're hard workers, great teamwork, and that's why we started this to begin with. But 11 o'clock at night. You've been working literally the entire day. You've been lifting. You're dirty. It's, this kitchen didn't have great air conditioning at all. It's just, a machine breaks down. You feel run down. Yeah. There was definitely times where it felt like so much work. Yeah. And those were times where it just was like, God. But then you'd get up the next morning, you'd be like, all right, let's get to market. We got that juice. Somebody drive to the kitchen, get that juice, load it up. I'll be at the market with the stand ready, and then you just, every time I went to bed, it was like, you'd start fresh the next day. Let's go, let's do this, let's tackle it. And it just has worked. It has absolutely worked. Every step of the way, it just works, you problems happen, machines break, you fix them, you always know that you're going to get through it. As long as you always know you're going to get through it, there really is always a solution.
And so, you've got to have the right attitude. I don't know for everyone. I know for us, we've been raised with that attitude of, you don't spend too much time dwelling on it. You find the solution, you move on, you live with an attitude of gratitude. That is, cannot measure how important that is, or how it has been along the way, no matter, what has happened, no matter how tired we were, you still can find that I'm so grateful for this moment. I'm grateful for where I'm at, and I'm always going to push through. Like, you're not going to quit. You can, moan and cry and complain and be tired, but you're not going to quit.
I was actually going to ask you that, like, if those times where you felt like, oh God, but did you ever think that you want to give up?
No, gosh, no, never. No, I never. I don't think it's in us at all.
No.
There were some rough times.
And they'll continue to be rough times for sure.
There's just those days you're like, okay, 12 hours. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. 12 hours.
And everything is the unknown. Well, for us, it's our first business. So as we grow, things continue to be the unknown. As much experience as we gain, it's still going, we haven't done this before. Okay, this is what it's like now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We talk about hustling, and based on what you're saying is, I always give example of Dwayne Johnson. I follow him a lot. The Rock. He talks about there is no replacement of hard work, which is what you guys are talking about.
I completely agree, and I do not follow him, but I totally agree. And now I'm gonna.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people miss that part where there's no shortcut to success. They gotta put in the work. They gotta put in hours, and it has to be 15 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours. You just keep doing that.
I think people want the image, and they want the fantasy that goes with what they might think that being like self-employed might be, or having your business, or creating that idea into a reality. Like, all of that is really great, but behind all of that is hard work.
Hard work.
Completely. It's just sacrifices every day.
Physical and mental fortitude. Really, and it's true. I mean, we've seen that. We've always been able to, like she said, we're hard workers. So that's just in us to work really hard. But say we can put on that smile, and people think, oh, this is really fun and easy. Like, people, it's like we really want to work for you, and you're like,
or we want to come help. Can we come juice for a day?
Exactly. And it's obvious that they think that it's easy breezy,
and it's fun,
and it's fruit, and it's and it's really, and it is all those things, with lots of hard work, with heavy lifting and straining, and and the repetition, and it's especially markets. Oh man, we call it CrossFit Saturday. It is work.
Yeah. It's an aerobic exercise. And
that's the thing is, people, oh, you're really busy. You're like, yeah, I am busy. I'm tired, but there's nothing wrong with being busy. Right. There's nothing wrong with hard work.
It's better to be busy than free.
Yeah.
and because we do all of this not just for ourselves, but because we wanted to offer something awesome for the community, to create a healthier community in general. So that's a very rewarding thing, is that we're offering something that wasn't here before in a convenient, affordable way, and it simply is something that is making you better, like healthier, happier. It is giving you something that your body needs.
Right. In fact, talking about rewarding, I shared with her when I was calling her, my one of my friend and my fiance and her mother were in the store, and she said one experience. She said they were in the line or something, and there was a mother and a son who visited your store, and I think the son never had ice cream in his life before. And that was the first time you guys introduced vegan ice creams, and that was the first time he had your ice cream, and mother had tears in her eyes, and that must be very rewarding. You have to share that experience. Like, what was it like? Did you feel like you accomplished your mission?
Yeah, I was there that day because, well, I'm there pretty much every day, but especially when we started Swerve, it was very busy. And it was a whole new process and
new machine.
And it definitely was bumpy in the beginning, and it's still very new. But yeah, it just immediately there was so many people who I had to give this up. I had to give up all these things. I love ice cream, but with my health issues, I couldn't have it, or I'm intolerant. My son, someone, and we were seeing so many people come in, and that interaction specifically was fantastic. I mean, I think overall, the most overwhelming thing through this experience has been that love and gratitude that customers have shown us. I go to work every day, someone is thanking us for doing what we're doing, is telling us the story of, I just got back from my checkup and the doctor said he can't believe how good my numbers are, and the only thing I've changed is I'm drinking your juice, or how we've been able to help people going through chemo, or we had a gal who needed to get her blood platelets up before her surgery, and we researched and we made a juice, and within a week she was able to have her surgery. And the little boy never had ice cream before. I couldn't believe that.
I can't believe that.
It was incredible. Yeah.
Well, the thing about that is the only reason I can believe that is because there's a lot of vegan ice creams, a lot. Yes. But they still are chocked full of sugar.
Yes.
And sometimes refined, sometimes, some kind of an alternative. But because I eat vegan ice cream that's out there, I know what all the options are. Right. Even like the coconut milk vegan ice creams have agave in them. Some people cannot have that. So what's so awesome about what ours is, not only is it soft serve, which people love soft serve, and I do too, and you just can't get soft serve vegan ice cream, very many places, but it's sweetened only with dates. And to me, that's a very big selling point, that I take dates and put it in. It's a whole fruit.
Yeah. How do you guys come up with ideas for recipes?
Well, I will just say, we all will collaborate on our ideas, but Angelina is the chef. And so she's the one that's in the kitchen that actually creates them. I mean, we always kick around ideas, or she'll come up and, well, what do you think about this? What's your opinion? What should we do, tweak, add, etc. But in the end, she's absolutely the one that creates all the recipes and makes them, and everything is delicious.
So as far as our business goes, we say we're all hard workers, but it's teamwork. And that's also one of the recipes for success that we have. We've all found where our strong point is in the business. So I run the kitchen, I do food recipe development. That's been my passion. You say, did you want to own a business when you were a kid? Well, I never really thought, did I want to own a business? But did I come home every day from school and watch cooking shows? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah.
Have I played with food my entire life? Yes, I have.
Oh, yeah.
Have I been feeding people forever? Yes. Do I love it? Yes, I love that. So that's where my strong point is. That's where I love flavor combinations. I love colors. I love textures. I like all of the above. I like the experience of eating, and I like feeling good with what I eat. So that's what I want to do, and that's what I want to offer. And so Autumn does customer service. She works in the front end. She works with customer relations, and that is her strong point. 100% is just being the big smile of our business, and just, you know, running the front end, and it's fantastic. And then our other sister Abby works on all of the clerical work, accounting, what is it when you pay people? What is it? You know, when you pay people, payroll. Yeah. And that's why I'm not doing that. She does payroll, and she is fantastic at it. Like, she just has that paperwork, you know, getting things task-oriented kind of person. So that's been, I feel like, one of the best things for us too. Is like not any one of us is taking it all on. Yeah. And I truly believe that if you're going to start a business, it's not this sort of, you shouldn't take on everything on your own, because it should be something where you have support. And because there's people who go nuts. Owning a business is stressful.
Yeah.
And it can just overwhelm you. And the whole idea of the business, that in my vision of the business, was that we were going to be supporting ourselves and our families as well as our community. So it had to be done right. You know, it had to be done in a way where eventually, like I said, we didn't get paid very much at the beginning, but eventually it was going to sustain us, and not only sustain us, but make us live the life that we want to live, a very comfortable living. And so, and then to also, you know, health-wise sustain all of us, because I just didn't feel like there was anywhere I could go in Chico to really like take my kids to go have a treat. You know, they're teenagers now, but when they were young, I was driving around Chico like, where can I get a treat? Something I feel good about giving them, you know, and it wasn't there. So, you know, that's when I felt like it was time. So,
well, and the swerve has definitely been that. I've had, there's moms that come in very frequently now because they say, well, now when my son asks for ice cream, I say, yeah, let's go get ice cream. That's fine. And that's wonderful. I mean, that is really, you know, one of the goals that we say. It's that, you know, to be good and to be good for you. Healthy food is not boring. Healthy food is luscious and delicious and exciting and fulfilling. And it's everything. You know, there's no spice out there really that isn't vegan. Spices and herbs and, you know, these things that you use to flavor any kind of food can be used to flavor and make, you know, vegetarian, vegan food exciting and tasty and wonderful. So, you know, it's definitely going around other places, and, you know, you want to grab the healthy bite and you're like, this is... We wanted to, I mean, my sister has always been cooking for the family, and I've been telling customers when we were just selling juice before we introduced food or any of the other products, I said, I just can't wait for you to try, you know, food when we start serving food, because, you know, she has a knack of making the healthiest food taste amazing.
Yeah. So if people want to find you, where can they find you? How can they contact you?
So we are located in downtown Chico at 220 Broadway Street between 2nd and 3rd. We are open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're also at the Wednesday and Saturday farmers markets, which is 7:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. year-round, rain or shine. So yeah.
And if you're in Grass Valley.
Yes, thank you.
And if you're in Grass Valley, we also do the Thursday night Grass Valley Farmers Market.
What's the one advice you would give to people who are watching you guys and they want to start their journey? It doesn't have to be business, but anything, they just want to start their new journey. What's the one advice would you give to them?
God, there's so many things, so many pieces of advice, but I think, you know, the biggest leap is just get into it. You know, you can spend your life dreaming about it. At a certain point, it requires action, and knowing that it's going to require a lot of action. I mean, there's, like I said, there's so, you know, stay dedicated and really hold true to that vision. You know, believe just continue to believe and continue to work really hard.
I guess I will elaborate on that in the just do it phase, it's do one thing every day that is towards your goal. I felt like if I was doing one thing every day, when we really decided like it's time, then it was like, okay, make a phone call. Today I'm going to make a phone call to the public health department, and I'm going to ask them questions, and I'm going to get some answers. And that's going to be one step. It's a baby step, but it's one step. And then I'm going to get that form and I'm going to fill it out. That's the next step. And then it's like next thing you know, you're doing everything that you need to be doing to attain that goal, to attain that dream. So it's do something small towards it every day. And then you'll find that you're doing it. If you think about the big picture, it's daunting, and it seems like it's something like how do people do it? How do people do that? I used to think that those people own a bakery. How'd they do it? Right. Like it seems so big. It seems so complicated. It seems it's like this machine. There's all these people there doing it. How did they train them? How'd they do it? Just start small and do something small towards it every day. But the other thing that I suggest too is if you have a dream, talk about it. Talk about it. Tell people that this is your dream. Make it seem more real. Don't just think about it at night when you're alone. Talk about it to other people. Tell people that it's something you really want to do.
Yeah, draw your logo.
Yeah, exactly. Just make it a reality by talking about it. Just do it. Just do it and believe in yourself and talk about it. Share it with people, and if they don't believe in it the same way, don't let that get you down, because not everybody's going to have the same vision. The world is big. The world is big, and there's a different perspective on absolutely everything. Yeah. And people are really quick to judge these days. People are really, they're self-righteous, and they think they know about, everything. And I'm not talking bad about people. I'm just saying that when you have your thoughts and your perspective and your dream, just don't listen to it. Don't listen to people's doubts about your dreams. Like that should never come into play. Do not listen to other people's doubts. They might be having a bad day that day. They might be having a completely different experience in their life. Like your dreams are yours. You get them. You get to have them. Do not listen to other people's ideas or opinions on it, because if we would have listened to people's opinions about it, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing today. And it's very rewarding what we're doing today. So,
all right, like Angelina said, that talk about your dream, talk about your vision, share your vision, and like Autumn said, just act on it, do it. Don't just keep talking. You also should do it. Right? Go, right, get into it. Just keep doing what you're doing, and don't stop. Don't bother what others are thinking. Keep hustling, keep smiling until our next episode. All right.
Nice. I like that.